Yeah, it's your boys, and we back in the stew, making another episode for you. It's gonna be fun, and there's gonna be laughs. Always is when your boys the cast. Trying to blow up, but it ain't happening fast. Somebody put your boys on blast.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Ballin' with the Boys podcast. As you guys know, I'm your boy Chris. That's y'all boy Justin, and we gonna get into it with the NFL. Draft is over. Off season is gonna take a minute to get used to still because kind of sucks that you got the draft so far away from the beginning of the season. But teams are set, people are getting let go, finding new jobs.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it does kind of suck because we got so long to wait till opening day of the NFL season. But at the same time, we can start planning out our fantasy teams for next year. So I'm kind of hyped now. So I can start planning, dog. I can start making the moves that I want. I can get a date set on when we're opening our leagues, trading again.
When are you? Okay. So I'm in another league. Trading is already open. When are you opening up trading?
Don't ask me this right now. I ain't.
You're the
about
commissioner?
It. I ain't thought about it.
Unbelievable.
I'll get back to you.
No kidding.
Just because we got the podcast together.
He's going to forget, and as soon as preseason starts, be like, oh, hey, trading's open.
Just because we got the podcast together don't mean you get VIP information from the founder.
Commissioner
of Poppy Chulos.
Okay.
All
right. So before we get even further.
Clarification. That's our fantasy league name.
Before we get any further into our notes and news, let's just clear the air. Tyler Boyd, man. Tyler Boyd. Your boy is gone. Well, I know how you're feeling, but they don't know how you're feeling.
Oh, Brady knows how I'm feeling. He's seen me read it basically off my phone from across the shop where I almost chucked it.
Now he was searching for you as soon as that came through. He was like, "Where's he at?"
Because like for 4.9 million, yo, we couldn't pay this man $5 million. Tyler Boyd, the most consistent, most healthy receiver we've had since he came into the league. And we just gotta treat him the same way we did AJ Green. And I was mad when we did AJ Green that way. Why we just go dump my guy off? Now your boy's gonna be searching for a signed Boyd jersey.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man. What? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I needed Joe Mixon one too after the way they done did my boy there.
Yeah, Mixon's gone. Zach Moss is your next guy.
T-net. This.
He said that's the only 28 I'm rapping
the
anymore.
only acceptable running back to give us. I didn't want Zach Moss. I'd have took JT though in a heartbeat.
Boy, if that would have happened. You know how many Colts fans would have probably not showed up to games anymore?
Yeah, no. Your
right,
boy.
Yeah, peacefully. Well, that's the new peacefully.
Your boy's not hyped at all about Zach Moss, really. I think it's Chase Brown time.
So you said you're not hyped about Zach Moss. Are you hyped about the team and after the draft?
I mean, I'm hyped about the team, but the draft didn't help me hype the team. I feel like they've done nothing but make bad moves all offseason.
All right.
They let Joe Mixon
coming from
go.
one chair GM to another chair GM, how did you want the Bengals to draft? What was your first pick for the Bengals?
All right, well, you already know that I wanted them to either try to trade up or I was hoping that Brock Bowers was falling to the Bengals.
I feel like they could have traded up real easy if they would have traded T. Higgins since he requested a trade.
Dude, I literally said they've been messing up all offseason. Let's not go adding detrimental mess ups. That's insane.
I feel like if that alert said T. Higgins was traded, the phone would have actually got thrown.
Knock it off. You're making me stressy.
Stressy.
No.
You would have just heard the music just stop all of a sudden and Justin just yelling at your guys' job. If he would have read the notification that said T. Higgins got traded.
T. Higgins already once traded because they're not giving him contract extensions.
So
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, so I was going to ask about
traded.
This. So hold on. Out of the three, well, one already was a free agent anyways. But out of the three, who would you really care about or not care about moving on?
Out of who?
Out of Hendrickson, Higgins, and Boyd.
I ain't even hating on a third-round pick that the Bengals just got this year because I think this guy's going to be a good wide receiver for us. I think he might be burning competition out there. But, man, bye, Trey Hendrickson.
That's crazy. But then again, you still have Sam Hubbard, so I can understand that.
Fucking love Hubbard. That's my dog.
But I can understand that.
What was that, a 94-yard fumble recovered touchdown last year? Had that boy with the oxygen mask on?
Yeah.
He said, we don't do that.
But yeah, I had to clear the air, see, because the people out there don't know how you felt about Tyler Boyd, so we had to let them know.
Crazy, he just got a notification that T. Higgins just.
Bro, he would have just he would have walked out.
The accuracy on my frisbee motion straight to the camera, it would have been unreal, dog. Camera's going sideways. I'm walking up out of here.
You just hear a lot of beep, 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 beep. So, but yeah, okay. So now that we got that out of the way, I can jump into my news and notes. I just had to, let you explain how you felt. So
angry.
So,
nah. We'll get back into the Bengals later.
So to begin with my news, did you hear about Damar Hamlin?
He didn't die again, did he?
No. But he said that he thinks he deserves comeback player of the year.
No. I don't give a damn.
You can have comeback person or comeback to life of the year. But player, bro. Player. Means you got to play. Means you can't sit on the bench most of the season.
They gave it to Joe Flacco, who came in and played in the playoffs.
Took the Browns to the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. But, he made it to the playoffs to play in the playoffs. Damar Hamlin had, 2 tackles on this season.
Yeah. And I mean, no disrespect, bro. I understand why you're saying it, but also it's saying player.
You should have asked your team. You should have asked your team for more PT if you wanted comeback player of the year. Or you should have just made more tackles with the PT you got.
I ain't going to lie either. I think I saw a notification a couple of days ago. But I could have been just, I don't know. But I think I seen it say something about Bills might get rid of Damar Hamlin or let him go.
UFL bound. Sorry.
So speaking about when we were talking about Joe Flacco and older quarterbacks, a recent older quarterback now has just officially retired from Atlanta Falcons. The person that you can call Matty Ice in Atlanta because he was good in Atlanta, but when he came here, no help at all.
Yeah. And
I would have kept Wentz over him. I ain't gonna lie if that says anything.
That's crazy.
I mean, I feel like we got further in the. I feel like we advanced more with Wentz than we did with Matt Ryan.
I mean, yeah, but we had different teams. Well, they had different teams, different players,
Between the quarterbacks?
different lines throughout
Maybe.
within that year change.
I don't think
yeah.
a lot changed,
not
though.
not a terrible amount, but there was notable pickups.
But, yeah, so while we're still on quarterbacks, let's talk about the draft of quarterbacks.
I mean,
I will admit now, if you saw the draft one of our video and I said that J.J. McCarthy was going too, yes, I was wrong. J.J. McCarthy went 11th, 9th, or 10th. I think 10th. I think they moved up
mm-hmm.
to the Vikings.
Didn't he? No, he didn't. No. Who's he got to beat out?
Huh?
Who's he got to beat out in Minnesota?
Sam Darnold.
That's the guy. Zach Wilson's in Denver, who Bo Nix has to beat out. And
Yeah, I was going to get there.
Know
And I was
how
going to
that
say,
one's gonna go.
I was going to say Sean Payton just keeps getting him worse quarterbacks.
Yeah, Sean Payton's messing up. But you want to kind of do it in chronological order, the way the quarterbacks went, at least for
Go
round
ahead.
one anyway.
Go ahead.
I was about to say with like yeah. Okay, so what are your ideas? We're gonna break it down by team. What kind of, in a way, the teams that drafted quarterbacks, anyways, in the first round. Did the Bears do good or bad this offseason?
This offseason? Like, with the draft or
Yeah,
just entirely?
Including picking up, they drafted Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. Yeah.
Got Roman Dunze also. I know we're talking about quarterbacks, but I'm just, you're talking about, if you're talking about the whole offseason, then you're talking about entirely by, like, getting also.
What do you think
Allen.
about their Justin Fields move for Caleb Williams? And then how much effort they're putting in to build a team around Caleb Williams versus how they didn't do that at all for Justin Fields.
I think that Justin Fields is getting too cocky. Bro literally got drafted, and then the punter got drafted to the Bears and said, "You're not going to punt much, or you're not going to see the field much."
You meant Caleb Williams, but yeah.
What did I say?
Justin Fields, I think.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, Caleb Williams, after getting drafted, sorry, he got a little too cocky, and then the punter got drafted by the Bears. And as soon as the punter got drafted, he came out and said something about, "You're not going to see the field much." Dude, I am going to laugh if Caleb Williams goes out and breaks Peyton Manning's interception record.
That'd be nice.
No, actually, I'm going to laugh the first time the punter comes on the field. I'm like recording it and everything. I'm going to call him out.
Tag him in it on Twitter. I bet
I'm tagging everything on Twitter.
I bet first punt for Chicago might go viral after that one.
Oh, for sure.
Or somebody at least plans on making a post where like he sent that to him.
But I will say though, for the Bears entirely, I will say that they did get some more weapons for Caleb.
Yeah,
some better weapons, I will say.
They got Keenan Allen.
And then
they just got Roma Dunze.
And they
got DJ Moore already.
And DeAndre Swift isn't a bad receiving back.
He's not. They got Cole Kmet as well.
Mm-hmm. So
they got Robert Tonyan, I believe. He was traded to him last season. Insane.
So the targets are good, but it's whether how he does in the pocket and how the offensive line can hold up the defense.
Yeah, which, I mean, I just hope he doesn't worry about chipping a nail.
Nah, they'll have nail polish on the sideline for him.
That's great.
But so I would say the Bears during the offseason did okay. Because I ain't gonna lie, Keenan Allen is up in age. Last year he did have a good season, but up in age kind of does catch up to you.
What I will tell you is overall, yeah, I think they did good. However, I think they really, really messed up getting Caleb Williams #1 overall
I think that the
And
popularity is going to go to his head.
and trading away Justin Fields. At
I
least,
don't know.
At least keeping Fields as a backup would not have made it such a bad move.
Who's their backup?
Amazing question. Couldn't tell you.
I wonder if they kept the same guy they had in there. I can't remember his name.
Tyson Batchet.
Yeah, he wasn't bad for a backup.
My guy.
He wasn't bad for a backup. Like, bro, don't look like a starter. Like
He played
Minshew does.
he played like 2 games.
I think he played more than 2.
And I'm pretty sure they lost both.
No, I think they won one with him.
Maybe.
I don't know. That was last season. We're worried about this season. So who's the next quarterback you're going with?
Jaden Daniels got selected by the Commanders.
That one,
#2
I feel like,
quarterback off the board.
man, I don't really know how to really tell you about this one. Like, I want to say they did good, but also it's like, so you got Austin Eckler as a running back now. You got Terry McLaurin still there. Jahan Dotson's still there.
50 Cent still there.
Okay, calm down. Brian Robinson Jr., yes.
Okay, 50 Cent Jr. Whatever.
But since we are also, hold on. Since we are also, you brought up fantasy, talking about we're doing our fantasy, going over our stuff and all that.
Yep.
If anybody has Brian Robinson Jr., I would honestly probably drop him.
Probably. However, Eckler.
Wow. Austin Eckler.
Eckler ain't proven to be really the most healthiest. I mean, he stayed healthy last season, but that was amazing to see.
Yeah. I was surprised they even went with that move, though, after having a rookie.
I mean, yeah.
Who's actually done pretty good.
But
it would be wild, though, if they came out and said, hey, Brian's going to be our #1. Austin, you're our #2.
that would be wild. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, but it'd be wild.
I do think it'll be more of just shared work there. And I think that there's a lot of teams that are slowly moving
Mm-hmm.
to committees.
I'm going to probably have to say, out of all the quarterbacks that got drafted, I'm going to put – I might have to put Jane Daniels at being the top, or Washington being the top, doing good during the offseason. All they did was really get Eckler and draft Jaden Daniels. I'm sure they made a few more moves, but notable ones, I'd have to put them at the top right now.
They traded away Curtis Samuel to somebody, or they didn't re-sign him. One of the two, but
so he might be a free agent.
I know that he's going.
Bills, if you're listening, Curtis Samuel sounds like he's available, and you guys need wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, I seen power rankings where they had Josh Allen as I think it was #3.
Really?
Yeah, which is insane because they done traded away Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Who's there to make him #3?
Right. Like, why are you even in the top 5 right now?
He shouldn't be top 15 really until they get that boy some targets.
Unless you're just looking at him that he can just run with the ball.
Which is good, but I mean, he's just Big Ben when he's running, a little more agile.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, he's strong, which is why he gets far when he's running. He's kind of got some speed on him.
So who's the next quarterback?
You got the Patriots done drafted Drake May.
Did you say Nick was happy about that or upset about that? I really feel like you shouldn't be upset about an upgrade from Mac Jones.
Is I was gonna say,
That's
is
crazy.
he an upgrade though?
I feel like he'd be. Well, okay. Here's the thing: did the Patriots? Do they have any weapons at all for this guy?
Duh, dude. They got
Because I don't even think Juju's on the team anymore.
Jasicki.
No, you have Jasicki.
We have Jasicki. They kept
They have Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, so I don't think they have any
There you
targets.
go. That's basically the older Travis
So
Kelce.
really, you're not going to actually be able to see how he can really do because there's no targets on this team besides Hunter Henry.
They got a bunch of IR guys that are steadily getting hurt. Okay. Hey, Nick, you're live on the podcast.
Tell me how you really feel.
Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep. I'm like, all right.
Beep, beep, beep. Drake May, beep, beep, beep. Second Mac Jones, beep, beep.
I'm going to press this button. Beep, beep. Sorry about that, folks.
But I still okay. So we haven't talked about it yet, but I'm putting them at the bottom. They didn't do nothing during the offseason. I'm putting them at the bottom.
I say they're going to have Joe Milton starting by the end of the season. I think I've already told Brady that at work, possibly. I'm not sure. I told somebody that.
They probably will.
Sure. But they drafted him in like round 6 or something.
Mhm.
They're going to try him out before the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
I feel it. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say that they really did anything spectacular or good, really, at all. So moving on from them, we're gonna go to the Shell Shocker.
Dude,
I feel so bad for this guy because Michael Penix Jr. did not deserve to go to a team that ain't gonna play him for at least 2 years unless the quarterback get hurt.
no, yeah, I was honestly upset about that.
I have definitely talked to y'all about how I thought Penix was probably the best quarterback coming out of this draft.
And now Penix don't even have. Well, he does have a chance, but it's a slim chance to even start.
Right.
But here's the thing: everybody knows Kirk Cousins got traded to Atlanta. When that draft pick happened, he didn't even know that they were going to go quarterback.
Yeah, he contacted his agent and was apparently frustrated because they didn't use their number 1 pick to better the team for him in any ways. Instead, they drafted somebody to back this guy up.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, excuse me, job security. Where'd that go?
Right.
What are y'all paying me so much for it?
Boy, if I was him, I would have been like, in my contract, I need you to state that you will not pick a quarterback in the draft until the late rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say that the Falcons are probably right there towards the bottom of moves made this season. Signing Kirk, I think, was a good idea.
They got Darnell Mooney, which
and
kind of helps. Darnell Mooney is a good wide receiver, too.
they're paying that man double what Kansas City's paying Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was steep for no reason.
Hold on.
They
Okay,
got
so-
Rondell Moore, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, cry on that one.
Dude, that was...
Oh.
That's all
Bringing
right.
up
We got the best wide receiver in the draft, so calm down.
You better chill out, Sonny. His quarterback's not going to allow him to reach his full potential.
Yeah, he will. Kyler Murray's about to have a great season with him. But
Over or under 1350 receiving yards.
over or under
1350.
for the season,
Not for Kyler,
Marvin Harrison
for
Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
For the season,
For the season.
1350. Trying to think because the other weapons. I mean,
You know what? 1,000. Is he breaking 1,000?
it's still it's possible, but I'm trying to think because logically, you still got Greg Dortch, you still have Marco Wilson, who didn't do too bad last season either. He became one of the top targets.
Greg Dortch is IR boy.
Huh?
He's on IR.
No, he's not.
Well, not on IR. He's on injury reports, though, a lot.
Dortch?
Yeah.
No, Dortch came in to take over other people that was in IR.
Like
When Marquise Brown went out.
like Rondell Moore.
And when Rondell Moore went out.
Yeah,
Yes.
the whole team's broken, dude.
I can't blame you there. They definitely need defensive help. I'm glad with the second pick in the first that they got a good edge rusher.
I tell you what, I'm glad that they did get Marvin Harrison because my guy Trey McBride about to go off.
And see, that's why I'm also saying is McBride might go off as well.
He's gonna get less coverage, and him against the linebacker is already a mismatch. Y'all better fix that.
So
that was almost bars.
I will say one of the main
that,
things
selling records.
One of the main things that they need to fix is, which they did get a rookie running back, but I didn't like the pick. But James Conner is not a running back one. I don't know why they keep running with him, but
I was saying that before last season, but I can't just 100% say that after what he showed last season. I told him, you show us some potential, maybe. So I gotta give him the maybe. Because
I'm sticking with you just ain't the wide running back one.
He looked amazing last year. He's looked like he's never looked before, if you ask me.
I'll tell you what, he does amazing this season. I'll stop saying it. And watch him get traded, too, after I stop saying it.
That's about right. You build up your running back potential just to trade him to somebody else because you can't pay the guy, and you go draft a new fresh rookie with big thighs.
Yeah, from Florida State.
It's like, all right, I like him.
But all because he's
guy looks like he can run through a Mack truck.
I'm about to say, look at A.J. Dillon. It was supposed to be his year last year, and he couldn't do it.
Trade him. And did. Or no, they did.
No, they re-signed him.
They traded Aaron Jones or let him go.
They traded him, or might have let him go.
I don't know. Something.
I don't know. He's in Minnesota now.
Yeah. Madison's out of a job.
Madison was let go.
Oh, UFL, baby.
I don't think anybody's picked him up either, so I don't know.
Yeah, so after that big disappointment of the Falcons, you got the Vikings. JJ McCarthy. Which we already briefly
I know a certain
over.
guy, huge Vikings fan. He ain't happy with it. I am because I got Jordan Addison in both my leagues. So I'm like, hey, that's a whole new relationship right there with wide receiver quarterback right there. So I'm like, all right, cool. Because then you know how you had Kirk Cousins and Jay Jettis. They had their relationship. That's why he was top target. So I'm like, all right, fresh quarterback. Get to know everybody. Here we go. How does Jay Jettis feel about this? I don't know. I know he said something about he was waiting to make a deal on the quarterback situation. So,
yeah, I don't know if Jay Jettis is really feeling the Minnesota vibes.
Minnesota.
However, if he is and he stays and he loves it, They also still got Hawkinson for him. They're setting. They set JJ McCarthy up.
I'm gonna say Aaron Jones. He didn't do too bad last season until he pulled his hamstring. When he pulled his hamstring, he kept him out quite some time. But every time he started to come back and play, he was doing very well.
Yeah, I mean,
So having that as a runner, having him as a running back isn't totally bad,
right.
but he is getting older, and so he ain't gonna be able to do what he once did.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you there. I think that he's got a chance to. I think McCarthy's really got a chance to succeed in that offensive stance, though. Broncos was the next ones, and they
Sean
went
Payton's
with
ruining that team, bro.
they went with Bo Nix.
Sean Payton's just ruining that team.
Yeah, I mean,
Cortland Sutton don't have a deal yet.
is it bad?
Jerry Jeudy is gone.
Is it bad to say that Zach Wilson might just have that starting job in Denver?
I would rather just go ahead and start Bo Nix.
I don't know if I got full faith in him. I might just go
You
ahead.
can't have full faith in Zach Wilson either.
That's fair too. He's made a lot better of a styling choice now that he's been in Denver, though. He's like grown a real scruffy beard and stuff. He's almost looking like a young Jay Cutler-esque
Oh, yeah.
type deal.
I don't know. Like I said, Sean Payton's just ruining that team.
Yeah, he's not doing good things for it. That's
Now,
for
you
sure.
let Jerry Jeudy go or traded him. You don't have a deal yet with Cortland Sutton. Tim Patrick, he's good when he's healthy. And then Mims, I can't remember his first name. I think Denzel, maybe.
Something.
But
Marvin,
Marvin Mims Jr., maybe.
I believe.
He showed potential, but still, you don't have a deal with your top wide receiver, Sutton. And like I said, you let Jeudy go. So you're not really left with a whole lot for Bo Nix.
Yeah, they're definitely not setting
And
him
Greg
up
Dortch,
well.
he had an okay season. He didn't do a whole lot.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think the Broncos are gonna be much to talk about this season. Which maybe I'm wrong, but
There's going to be a lot to talk about because Sean Payton's going to be hearing about it.
yeah,
How he just took this team and ran it even further into the ground.
yeah. I mean, it's a big possibility.
So, earlier you talked about Marquise Brown. Are we done with quarterbacks? I think so. McCarthy, and then you
Can we talk about not necessarily a quarterback that got drafted in the first round or in the draft that was important or anything, but one team with a big quarterback issue?
What team?
Whoa. The Raiders. Are we
Raiders?
thinking, which ain't a real big quarterback issue, but what I am saying is it is a toss-up. They had Aiden Connell in there. He was a rookie last year. He didn't look the absolute worst. Do we think that Minshew's got a walk-on spot, or do we think he's going to have to work for it?
So they're both basically suggested as backup quarterbacks, so they're probably going to have to work for it. But do I see Minshew being the QB1? Yes.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, he's already got the mustache nickname. Now Aiden O'Connell's got to go shave or do something different.
Yeah, only one mustache in town for Raider Nation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that Minshew will end up starting. And if he has problems, then should stay with Indy. O'Connell will come out. But I want to hop
I could
into
definitely
something
agree
though.
with that.
Talk about two things. First thing, you brought up Marquise Brown and the Chiefs. First thing, Rashee Rice, what the heck, dude? What are you doing? Do you not want to play football? You are making me mad, dude, because I thought about keeping you, but now it's like if I keep you, you're going to end up in jail or you're going to end up on the field. Which one?
He's gonna end up in Cleveland.
I already got him on the list. Second thing, former wide receiver Tyreek Hill, though, for the Chiefs, feels very disrespected that they gave his number to Isaiah Pacheco.
It's not like you.
Boy.
But yeah, I thought that was an interesting thing. Like after the season, you say that you feel disrespected that Isaiah Pacheco has your number.
If you give people space to, they gonna complain.
Well, yeah. I'll say like Brady said, I mean, it ain't like he retired the number.
I mean, like, he played good for him, but how many years did he play there? Like 4?
4, yeah, I
Ish,
think I was gonna say
maybe.
3 or 4.
Like, he didn't go on to play
And if I remember
8
correctly,
years
actually,
on 2 different contracts with a couple of
I'm gonna
1
say
year.
if I remember correctly though, didn't he want out of Kansas City or?
I think, I don't know. I could be
Or it seems like he was
wrong.
praising the Dolphins very well after getting traded. So
I don't remember how that all
talk
went
about
down,
disrespect.
but yeah, no, I mean, screw that guy. While we're talking about players messing up, I did see something earlier.
Yeah.
So we talked about drafts over and all that, yada yada. These boys done got drafted. Man, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
These boys done got drafted and started messing up almost immediately.
You got names?
I got a couple names. Jaden Daniels. And I believe it was his former teammate, Malik Neighbors. Yeah, it was. Malik Neighbors. These boys done got drafted, right? And Malik Neighbors apparently was on a podcast and said that him and Jaden Daniels got a bet on who's winning Rookie of the Year for $10,000 cash. And he said that on a podcast. So he put it out there. And then another podcast was interviewing Jaden Daniels. And they asked him about it. And he was like, yo, he wasn't supposed to tell nobody. But yeah, we got a little something going on. Which I mean, like, he admitted to it because, like, they found out because neighbors done started talking too much.
What? Like, how you gonna snitch on yourself like that?
Hey, going back to the Netflix roast, Randy Moss. Why didn't y'all trust me enough to cheat?
No kidding. All right, hold on.
That's
Hold
gonna
on.
be neighbors.
So we're gonna jump to that. Hold on. We are going to jump to that.
They ain't trusted him.
Hold on. We're gonna jump to that. So if you guys know, Netflix came out with the greatest roast of Tom Brady or something like that. So shout out to Netflix for bringing this up. And no, we're not sponsored by Netflix, but if you want to, we wouldn't mind.
Yeah, but we're not signing any deals with you because you censor your stuff.
They do?
I don't know.
I'm about to say during that roast they didn't.
I look like a professional to you.
So during that roast they did not. They let loose on Tom Brady.
Well, no. I wasn't talking about like that type of censoring. I was talking about like contract censoring.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't wear this. You can't show this. You can't do that. Stop. You don't control me. My government already does that.
Yeah. I just want to say that was one of the greatest things. Like, that was one of the greatest things ever. I think the world needed that.
No, I
To
thought
see
it
Tom
was,
Brady get roasted.
I thought it was pretty good. I think Giselle needed that. Did you see that she's real upset
Oh yeah, and also
after it came out? And everybody in the comments like,
I'm not saying names, but a certain tight end's wife's also upset.
Taylor Swift. Wait, tight end's wife? Oh, Aaron Hernandez's wife.
All right, well, okay.
Is also upset after the hanging.
Ignore the
joke.
whole fact I just said not saying names.
Yeah, nah, that one a little more understandable because, like, you know, I guess he killed himself. Sensitive topic, understandable on that part. However, dude also apparently murdered people, so like, allegedly.
Yeah, so I don't. It was the greatest thing ever, though. I don't care what anybody says.
Now Giselle, her being mad. Oh, shut up.
No
Go
kidding.
on somewhere. You shouldn't have cheated.
Hey, ain't it time to like go meet your jujitsu guy or something like that?
You don't want jokes about you being a cheating hoe. Don't be a cheating hoe. Simple.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You're going to get clowned on for it. So you did it to yourself. You shouldn't have been like that.
All right, but back to important news. Tom Brady's also not the GOAT. What was Ron Burgundy saying up there? Yeah, y'all know.
What was Kevin Hart saying up there about every other time?
That's right.
But yeah, back to some news though. While we're talking about a man that lives in Florida, we're going to go stay in Florida for a minute. Tank Dell. Good thing he's okay, but he was involved in a mass shooting that happened.
Yeah, I ain't seen no more information
I haven't either.
on that.
But
Just
they said
that he
he's
was alive,
good.
well, and all
Yeah,
right.
I was going to say, I seen all that.
I still want to know where he got shot, so I know whether to trade him from fantasy or not. Because if it was in his arms, bro, he's gone off the team.
Don't even give the man a chance.
I really don't know where.
Like, you don't even get to like wait and see if any of the OTA videos come out of him catching a ball.
Nah, bro, because
like,
the legs are gonna affect his speed no matter what for a little bit. The hands are gonna affect his nerve endings. The body, is that even in an acceptable place to like? No, not really. That's gonna mess with his cardiovascular, everything. Oh man, I just gotta trade him. Sorry, Dale.
As soon as the news comes out and it releases everything that happened, and then talks about Tank Dell where he was shot in the upper arm, gone.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna just be on my phone. Next thing you know, it says Justin Masters has put a player on the trade block.
I was gonna say,
okay.
yeah, especially after they got Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins over there anyway. Like, they really about to be like, take your time, buddy. It's okay.
Take your time, buddy. It's okay. I promise. You're going to get back to where you were.
Tank Dell's going to be in there like, give me the stuff you gave Aaron Rodgers.
Right, he's going to be hitting Aaron Rodgers up during the offseason now. Like, hey, bro, how'd you, like, heal your Achilles really quick? I need to heal this arm.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, oh, turn the light off. Brother, let me tell you about enlightenment. Like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Since we're talking about wide receivers, we're going to bounce back to your Bengals. As we know, T. Higgins is still not came off the trade request. This man's looking for a Michael Pittman Jr. deal. He's looking for 3 years, $70 million.
I give him 2 and 50.
It looks like that's not a done deal. Well, yeah, it sounds good to all of us right now.
So you give me another 2 years with my boy T. You give me a long-term contract with Chase. Let's see where our cap space is in a couple years. And I swear to God, you better not do my boy Higgins like you did my boy Boyd and
my boy Boyd.
AJ Green. Did they do that to Ochocinco, or did they let that boy retire at Bengal?
I think he might have retired to Bengal. I don't remember where else he might have played.
That was the last one that they was like, all right, that's cool, Chad Johnson.
Well, they might be doing that to Chase.
Keeping him.
They might keep Chase.
Yeah.
Now you think they're going to trade him?
Y'all know my feelings on that one. I love Chase, but
He's
dang.
not up to his 5-year deal yet, is he? His fifth year option.
Nah, he's got like
How long has
a
Chase been
ye-
playing?
like 3.
Okay, so he ain't on his fifth
Same
year
as
option
Burrow.
yet.
No. Yeah.
Hmm.
Same as Burrow.
I don't know if they both got picked up already on their fifth option. I don't know, but
Joey B's gonna be with us for forever, dog.
you think so?
Unless he pulls an Andrew Luck.
But
Dude, you know how disappointed I'd be?
retires right before the season starts.
It'd just be like,
I think it was like the last or maybe first preseason game when he came out and said, "I'm retiring,"
I think it
because the
was
season was like just starting. Everybody was getting so excited about him coming
think-
back.
That's why we booed him, not because he retired.
Like, bro, you could have said that.
Like, before the season.
Like,
yeah,
For
timing
real, you
was
coulda said
impeccable.
You could have said that during the whole off season, but no, you want to wait until we're padding up, we're getting ready to go. You know
Don went through the
what
draft.
does McAfee call it? You know, we all in the loud house. That's what he calls it. And here comes press conference. I decided to retire, bro. What? You know how many fantasy managers were mad at you?
Right, ain't no way, bro.
That was absolutely insane. I remember being at that game. It was just that was just annoying. So annoying. I was one of them booing you, Andrew Luck. And I tell you what do they say all the time? It's the principle, not the matter of it.
Like that
It
was
don't
just
matter if you
crazy.
retired, dog, like they was saying.
Yeah,
Why
like,
did you do it week 3 of the preseason?
like why did you
After
wait
the
so
draft,
long?
After we already done started this thing.
And don't tell
then
me
you
like,
go-
oh well, I'm still thinking it over. What made you decide it during that game? Like, did somebody get hit wrong or something? And you was like, oh, I would have got hurt right there.
We got stuck with Jacoby Brissett because of you.
And then people call him that I heard now. Then we got Uncle Phil, Philip Rivers. People on the team, because I don't know if you guys know Zaire Franklin's, because I got a note on here about it. But Zaire Franklin's podcast called The Trenches. A lot of people on the team call Philip Rivers Uncle Phil because they say that he was like the uncle of the team.
Nifty.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that one.
But speaking about that, since I'm already talking about it, Michael Pittman Jr. low key dissed the Colts talking on that podcast. He was talking about what a wide receiver one is on the trenches, and saying a wide receiver one is someone who produces the most. Whether you have the same quarterback for 5 years or a different quarterback every year. Like, bro, you didn't have to say that. You could have just been like, wide receiver one is the one who produces the most. But you went into detail about it.
He's letting people know he gets the job
Tell
done.
me how you really feel about having different quarterbacks every year.
Hey, bro, he's saying he get the job done with whoever.
Hey, all I'm saying is Anthony Richardson's comeback player of the year.
Sorry, Bucko. Joey B got hurt last year too, which means
And he
he's
played
taking
further.
it.
He played further in the season.
I feel like it counts. I sure missed him for a while.
Browning didn't do too bad.
No,
for you.
did he?
No, did he? Say Browning didn't do too bad for your team.
He didn't. That's why we re-signed him.
Yeah, I was watching one of the OTA videos that Bengals admin posted, and you just see Browning behind him, and I was like, oh, they kept him.
Yeah. He with us. He not going nowhere. That's our backup guy. I like him pretty close to Burrow. It might be because they took his number and just turned it upside down, but hey.
So overall, I want to ask you. I know we kind of talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to go in more detail with you, and same for me about my team, and then both of us can talk about the Colts. But how do you feel after the draft now? How do you feel your team is going to do?
I mean,
I will say currently with you having Higgins.
we're having Higgins, dog. Not up for discussion. He's with us.
Not until somebody offers him a 3-year, or I think it's a 3-year deal for $70 million.
Bengals gotta agree to a trade. We wouldn't agree to a trade on him this year. He's playing on the franchise tag. Get over yourself.
Zach
Over
Taylor's
there.
like, hey, shoot me 2 first-rounders and he's all yours.
And I mean, I think we better go win a Super Bowl, baby.
Imagine being biased. Like, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I feel like my team will have a better record this year.
Say nah. Kind of joking about the Super Bowl. However,
Hold on. Your team went to the playoffs. So what do you mean have a better record?
They're going to go further in the playoffs.
So that's the postseason. Talking about the season during the season.
definitely making
I can't say
playoffs.
preseason, so. You see Bengals making playoffs?
Probably make AFC Championship
I will be shocked if the Cardinals.
game.
I'll be shocked if the Cardinals are able to make playoffs. If they do that, Marvin Harrison Jr., you better sign that NFLPA because I need a jersey. I need a jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if Arizona's making playoffs, dog.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they got potential. It's just really the reason why I'm not. That's why I'm saying I'll be surprised. But
The most slept on team by far that's definitely hitting playoffs again next year is Green Bay.
slept on?
Yeah.
I
Green
think
Bay
after.
is slept
I
on.
don't think.
Everybody hates Jordan Love. They don't think that really any of their wide
Bro, so I was
receivers are wide receiver ones, but in all reality, almost every single one goes out there and gets the job done.
I was watching this small clip of not this past draft, but last year's draft. I was watching this small clip of everybody that was watching it, but it was everybody that was upset with the picks. So, like, when Jahmyr Gibbs got picked, one of the Lions fans was watching, and he was like, why would you do that? And then,
Why would you
on
do
the
that?
Pat McAfee show, he is a Packers fan, and they said, and Pat was like, Packers go with Jordan Love. Dude got up and walked out. He was upset.
That's
But
crazy.
now look, I bet he's praising Jordan Love.
I mean, he better be. That boy's not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, you can't be mad at Jordan no more.
No, I mean,
Even during the season, bro. Like, if he messes up, one small mess up, I don't want to see you yelling about Jordan. I blame the refs.
he said it's at
everybody
that
else but
point.
Jordan.
This guy's on my
Blame
side
the fan
now.
that's like in the right corner. Like, you wasn't clapping hard enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cardinals, I see a better record. I think they only won like 4 games last year.
Well,
I think maybe a little bit more or less, maybe. Didn't really pay attention anymore after they kept losing. So, but yeah, I'll be surprised if they go playoffs. But you know who is going to the playoffs this year?
don't you dare even say the Colts because they're third in the division this year.
The Texans.
That's right. And possibly the Titans.
Titans ain't going.
Telling you, man.
Will Levis is not him.
Scary trio.
Will Levis is not him.
And
Not Will Levi's. Come on now.
Dude, Chris, stop talking. I know you are not sitting there saying Will Levis is not him after you was riding that man before the draft.
Yeah, because I was talking about him going to the Panthers. And then also, if he was him, why did he drop to the second rounder?
You gotta ask his.
Because he didn't read the book.
That's
Because he puts
probably it.
mayonnaise in his coffee is why.
Well, that's pretty weird too. But white people. I'm white, bro. Like I feel like I'm allowed to say that. I'm not saying all white people put.
bro.
I'm not saying all white people put mayonnaise in their coffee. I don't do that. I'm just saying white people be weird.
Whoa. Bro, let me...
What? He's
This is
white.
literally the fact of what Brady just said. He said, what? Bro, what?
He said, "I'm not weird, bro."
Might be a little weird. I'm not that weird.
I prefer Miracle Whip in mine. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. Same thing practically.
Hellman's, please. Dude, could you imagine going to a restaurant and ordering that? That is crazy. I don't think I'd take your order.
You
I'd be
wouldn't
like,
be
"Nah, you gotta
able
go."
to unless you went to like a breakfast place or like a
Okay, imagine
restaurant
pulling
type
up
of-
to a
you-
Waffle House and you're like, yeah, I'll take a black coffee with mayo.
Nah, go to Starbucks. Dude, they'd burn you. They'd set you on fire right there in the Starbucks.
I was kidding. Be like, what?
Get him! That's bad. That's bad. Yeah. Mayo and coffee. No, but yeah, I don't know. I just stop trash talking your guy.
Mm.
Will Levis is taking
Will Levis
him,
ain't my
man.
guy.
He ain't no guy, bro.
This is gonna be a good stitch later. I'm gonna go all the way back to before the last draft, cut some clips up, and I'm gonna put what we've had of the interaction before here. Well, Levis is not my guy. You're gonna be a year ago talking about like those biceps, man. Oh, he's gonna get the butt. Like I'm envisioning it right now. I can remember
What?
the stuff you said about him.
I don't think I talked about this man's biceps. Hold on.
We cut the
I
camera.
know.
We might have cut the
The
camera.
only
off
reason
by
I said that
time.
he would probably go in the first round is because Frank Reich was talking highly of him. That's the only thing I said. This man's over here talking about. I'm saying, oh, his biceps, the way his arms look. Like what?
The definitions.
Oh man.
Knee knockers. Oh man. Yeah, no.
There's just no. Dude, he is put
that's
with
funny.
nothing but vets as targets right now. Boyd is probably. Don't get me wrong, D Hop's a great wide receiver. Calvin Ridley. All right, first of all, don't even back up because you was talking about Treylon Burks is going to be getting targets, and when Treylon Burks ain't even about to see the ball.
I'm backing up because I'm ready to jump over if you disrespect one of these guys. At least two of them. Calvin Ridley, I don't care about. Go ahead.
I think I said that Tyler Boyd was going to be his best target.
Right. You almost disrespected D Hop though.
No, I knew what I was going to talk about D Hop.
So keep
D Hop
going.
played for the Cardinals.
And don't make me jump over the technology, dude.
I'm about to say D Hop played for the Cardinals. I know what D Hop is capable of.
So what the issue is? They got Chad Okonkwo too. They're on top of the Colts this year, bro.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I think somebody's riding the Titans way harder than their own team right now.
I'm wearing a Colts jersey, bro. This is brutal, non-biased honesty.
No. He's talking about Jaguars and Colts are going to be the bottom two of the South.
I think we might have the Jaguars for sure, but there's also
I think if Anthony Richardson stay healthy, it's doable.
We got a bad problem with closing out games, no matter who our quarterback is. And our defensive coordinator is the biggest issue we face.
I hope he learned
We
his
let
lesson.
people put up way too many
I really
points
hope
on
Shane
us.
pulled him to the side during the offseason and was like, "Look, dude, you gotta blitz somebody
He's like, yo,
because you're
buddy.
giving them way too much time in the pocket." But then again, they did get like the best edge rusher in the draft, so we'll see how he does.
He said, dude, I need you to lock in. You're
Which I'm still confused
messing
about.
up.
I'm still confused about that.
About what?
About the Colts getting an edge rusher, and then they did pick up.
Leah Latu.
All right, bro, that was just rude.
It's something like that, bro. I was close. I couldn't have been too many Latus off.
Yeah, I mean, you had it right, but then you kept going.
See? What the issue? I was chanting at that point.
But yeah, I didn't understand why they went with that, and then also turn around and keep Kwity Paye because I think they re-signed him or did an extension on his contract, maybe picked up his 5th year. And then you're also keeping Samson Ebukam. So I'm like, bro, who's getting released here?
I'm not mad at the Latu pickup.
It's more of not mad, it's just
Necessarily.
confused.
However, I will say, when I seen that he was medically retired back in college,
He was told to by medical to retire.
Okay, well, yeah, he was
But he
told to
didn't and
medically
came out and
retire or
became the
whatever.
best edge rusher in the draft.
That's a Ballard move. That's
I seen that.
yeah, it's
Xavier
Dude.
Worthy. I seen another player. Xavier Worthy has a Chiefs tattoo.
another thing about that is like, my guy, how much did you pay for that? Because I didn't see a close-up picture, but
I
seen
think
the
that was just
picture
a
of
messed
him
up-
running the ball.
I think it was just a messed up photo.
that looked bad.
Like I think it was just a messed up photo, or just somebody took it with a phone really quick. Probably.
I'm gonna have to go look at it after I find his Instagram.
I don't know. But that wraps it up for us, guys. As you guys know, make sure to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter /X. Follow us.
All at Balling with the Boys. My bad.
I was gonna get there.
Found an opening.
But also follow us on TikTok until it gets banned.
Do we think that's still happening?
And as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel to keep up with our podcast. Because you guys know, if you ain't balling with your boys, who you balling with? We out.
Ballin'.